No surprise. Unfortunately, there is no surprise that Slovakia did not make the quarterfinals again. I'm going to summarize why it happened again. Let me know in the comments your opinion and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Of course, I don't want to make this video 1 hour long. That's why I'm not gonna talk about like all the reasons, but the most important ones. It's a different mixture of, number one, the big hype, like, oh my God, we're going back to Sweden where we won, but also super low confidence, which is like, oh, we hope to make the quarterfinals at least, you know. This combination is kind of weird. Before the championship, the question was, who's coming, right? Because we have some good players in the NHL and potentially some of them were free, some of them were waiting to be free. And we thought, oh my God, they're gonna come. Well, everybody said no. Of course, Slavkovsky on top, I have the video about it, so go watch that. I'm just gonna say that it seems like it was a setup and everybody said no because of what Slavkovsky said about the way it is in Slovakia, in Slovak National Federation and national hockey team, which is correct, and I think many players agreed with him as he also said it himself. Another question was, oh, are we gonna call KHL players or not? Because we refused to call them since the war started of the political reasons, you know. I don't know if this was pressure from the government because the government changed and all of a sudden we said yes to KHL players. So hockey and politics, if you say they don't mix, you're wrong. And this is one of the problems as well. We should be happy that Belarus and Russia are not in the tournament because we can actually, well, there's so much less competition and we could actually snitch some medals. But no, we finished 9th, 10th, 8th, 12th, 14th. Why not? Okay, so let's call players from the KHL. Even though, first of all, you refused them for like 5 years, so why should they come? Call Rybar, Patrik Rybar. The worst freaking, probably, I'm sorry, I didn't look into those statistics because I'm angry a little bit. One of the worst goaltending, if you can even call it goaltending, that I've seen from him. And I haven't seen him in a while, obviously, because he was in the KHL. So why don't you call just like anybody else? A complete delusion. We lose to Sweden 5-0 and we say, oh, it was a tight game. I mean, what's wrong with you? Every single interview, oh, we're losing 0-1 in the first period, but we played really well. I'm like, okay, what is wrong with this team? Slavkovsky, losing mentality, yes. So we're reaching towards the end of the tournament, right? We're trying to make, by miracle, quarterfinals. And you sit down Dvorský because he's not performing. You sit down Lantoši because he's not performing. He can do better. And then for the last game, that it just doesn't matter because we didn't qualify for the quarterfinals, you sit down Honzek. You call young players because you want to give them experience. And then they sit on the bench. I mean, they sit in the audience, right? Seriously, can anybody explain to me the thought process of this? You don't call the best European Slovak player, yes, Studenic, because you call him before and then he's the 13th forward or whatever. Like, he's the best freaking player and you call him and you don't give him the spot because why? Because he didn't pay you? That's why? So he just packed his bags and left. And now he wants to play, but you say, no, because you left. And I totally get it. Like, you don't just leave, you know, but the reason that you just leave is the reflection of your management. That's not normal that players just leave. That never happened, and you know, before. So the actual reality that players just pack their bags and leave without saying anything is your freaking reflection. So look in the mirror. It's just like you're an employer and your employees are just leaving or just never come back to work and you don't even know why. The problem is not the employees, the problem is you. So yeah, Craig Ramsey is our coach. Oh no, he's sick, so we have Orsak. Nothing against Orsak. I mean, Banská Bystrica played well when he was coaching it, but it didn't last, did it? So it's fine. I like his communication with the media. I like his attitude. I like the meme that's going on. It's like calling for challenge and winning. Like, nothing against him. He can only do so much with the players he has. But to be honest, when you sit down your young guns and you put them into the audience, this is ridiculous. This is like not good. So of course we cannot win almost any game because our scoring efficiency is worse than Hungary or Kazakhstan or France, for that matter, teams that are no longer going to be in the A division. Our captain has no charisma, and everything I say in this video is nothing personal against the actual players because obviously they're trying hard, whatever, like they've been called to do a job. And if this is the best they can do, that's fine. It's not their problem or it's not their fault that they've been called for the wrong reasons, or I don't know why. Okay, so it's nothing personal. But like a captain, who's playing in the Czech league, which I know it's a high in the world, like it's so much better than Slovak league. It's great, but I mean, come on. Like, I don't remember the last time we had a captain who was somebody from like our league or Czech league. And somebody who has like, I'm sorry, zero charisma, zero energy from like the vibe. And he also seems like he has zero confidence. I mean, before the game, after the game, during the game, off the game, it just kind of seems to me like he's so without personality. So I don't really know why he's our captain. Don't even get me starting on the goaltending. I mean, I talked about Rybar, okay, fine. But I like Hlavaj. Again, I like all the players. Well, apart maybe from Regenda. Let's talk about this later. I don't know these guys, I'm just talking. But I like Hlavaj and everything, He had some great saves and some great results with AHL team that he's playing, as he was drafted by Minnesota. And he was supposed to be called into the NHL, but there was like a budget issue, so they didn't call him in the end because they couldn't pay him. Weird. He is still pretty young and inexperienced as a goaltender. And of course he made some saves, but we are at the bottom almost with the goaltenders because, of course, Rybar has a big part in that, but Hlavaj he makes some great saves, right? But also he makes like very bad mistakes. He should have like enough experience for the tournaments because this is not his first tournament and he plays in the AHL, so he should be a bit more experienced, and I don't feel like I can see that. Regenda. Okay, I just don't like the attitude of him. Again, nothing personal. I don't think he plays well at all, whether it's in his team. I don't even know why he was called in, seriously. He's a prospect of San Jose Sharks because he got traded through Anaheim. And he has 19 NHL games, 3 points, nothing impressive. AHL, again, it's not that great. It's not bad, but it's also not that great. The worst thing about him is that he just takes the penalties, and he's number 1 in penalties, okay, overall in the tournament and also in his team, I believe, because like I always say, if you can't play, you have to create a penalty because you want to be on the board, you want to be on the cube, you want to be on TV. And if you cannot play well, you do foul play and you do penalty because at least you get your 5 seconds of fame. And it just looks like it and seems like this. And every time he has the puck, it's like he's gonna lose it. I don't know what else to say. And the confidence he has off ice or during the interviews or whatever, like it's just so delusional. Of course, the support from the fans is not great because the tickets cost 100 euros. From the preliminary round for Slovakia, 100 euros. I'm sorry, do you know what salaries we have? Do you know how much are flight tickets to Sweden or Denmark, whatever? And we also have to pay for the accommodation, and you ask 100 euros per ticket. Like, no. And then you say, oh, Slovak fans don't want to come. Well, that's also true because we don't want to come and see 0-5, 0-7, losing to Austria, losing to Latvia. We don't want to see that. No, and surely not for 100 euros. First of all, I'm not even surprised. I am kind of angry because this has been going on forever and nobody seems to do anything about it. This tournament was just bad, and I cannot even believe that some people just actually thought we're gonna make the quarterfinals. I mean, this is just a joke. And I feel like there's just something going on behind the scenes because there's no way that no NHL player could come. I mean, this is just so weird. And it's not like we don't have good players. We do have good players and great players. And we have NHL draft pick number 1, number 2. And we have so much talent. But then you call the talent, you call Dvorský, you call Honzek, and then you sit them on the bench in the audience. I mean, seriously, when it's like literally there's no point of us playing anymore because we're not gonna go to the quarterfinals, and you sit them down in the audience, like, and then you call a player instead of them who had 10 points in the whole freaking season. I don't know what to say to that, honestly. Like, no, I'm speechless. Is it really the game of, oh, we're gonna pay you this much if our son is playing? Or like, I don't understand anymore. I don't know. For more videos like this, subscribe and let me know in the comments what do you think about it.